Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching this video. In this video, I'm planning to give you a totally new glimpse of what Guasa can help you out. So far, what we have seen is Guasa can help you get rid of your pain. Suppose you have a frozen shoulder and you try to rub the infected place or wherever it's painful. If you try to use your Guasa board from top to down and do the strokes for 10 to 15 times, we can get rid of the pain or substantially the pain will be reduced. So this is what you have seen. Suppose you have a pain on your head, rub your head with the guasa board for 10 to 15 strokes and you can eliminate the pain. If there is a pain on the back, so use your guasa board, use the protocols that mentioned in the different video, wherein which we rub the board on your back, split it into two halves, top to bottom, in to out. So these are some of the protocols which we have seen so far. And if you have not watched that video, please go back to this place and have a quick look into those videos as well. So these are some of the simple techniques where we can remove pain and ensure we have healthy living. But today I'm going to introduce you to a totally new different topic, which is very interesting case. Say for example, every day in the morning, I wake up at 3 o'clock. I have a lot of wheezing problem. I have running nose. I'm not able to breathe properly. Okay. There is another case where every day I get up in the morning, I have a giddiness. Or every day I come from school, my kids come from school, they do a lot of urination or they don't urinate. And every day I go to office, I see my boss, I get irritated, he gets irritated. Around 11:30, 12 o'clock, there is a lot of fight, my BP shoots up. So these are some of the common day-to-day life problems. And how can Guasa help in these places is what is the discussion topic for today. Okay, so the first part is all done. Any place, any body, any place in the body where there is pain, I can remove. Is all we have seen so far. But now this is going to be a totally interesting case. Before we go into the detail, I just want to give you a quick story. Here, assume that this is a house with 12 rooms. Please don't count, it won't be 12, but just assume that there is an office or there is a house which has 12 rooms. And every day there is a maid that comes inside, cleans every room for 2 hours. And once the cleaning is done, the maid goes to a different room. She cleans the room for 2 hours. Okay. Assume that initially she was in the kitchen in the morning, 3 o'clock. She came in, do the cleaning for 2 hours. And at 5 o'clock, she went into the bathrooms and then she started cleaning for 2 hours. And then she went into the dining hall. She cleaned that for another 2 hours. Do you think that house will be neat and clean, tidy? Reason being that every room is clean for 2 hours, which means that the house is totally clean in a matter of 1 or 2 days, right? So exactly the same phenomenon is applied on the human body. Okay, this is called a Chinese clock, or sometimes it's referred to as a biological clock, wherein which the human body tries to supply the majority of the energy to a particular organ. Say, for instance, the day starts for me at 3 o'clock. 3 to 5 is where the lung meridian gets the fullest of its energy. And before going there, I just want to introduce that the human body, according to the Chinese, is split up into 12 major organs which governs the entire body performance. Okay, and these are the 12 organs, and 3 to 5 is when the lung gets its fullest energy, and 5 to 7 is when the large intestine gets its fullest energy, and a lot of cleaning happens in the large intestine. Okay, so when I say large intestine, it's not only the bowel movement, it's also the organ by itself. And 7 to 9, it's the stomach, because that is when we have our breakfast. So stomach gets its fullest energy. Then a quick question could pop up. No, I wake up at 8 o'clock. So what happens? Am I skipping? No. The biological clock remains the same. It's not going to change because you woke up late. The Suppose if I wake up early in the morning, I do a lot of movement, then the lung channel will get a lot of energy. But if you're sleeping, the energy will be substantially less. But doesn't matter. I just want you to give a glimpse how this is working and then see how you can get the maximum benefit. I don't want you to change your sleeping pattern because of this information. So this information will get in handy for diagnosis purpose, and you can try to heal using Guasa. Okay. So not to confuse with your wake up patterns, or because some people skip their breakfast, they directly go to the lunch. It's all a totally different story. But for now, I just want to give you a glimpse how this is working internally. If you are in India, your organs are cleaned at 3 to 5 your time. And if you are in the US, your organs are cleaned in the same time, 3 to 5 at US time. Okay. And this depends on the sunlight, depends on the environment. So many patterns governs this. So if you go from one place to another, if I travel from Russia to India, so it gives me a little bit of jet lag. I take 2 to 3 days to adjust to the local environment, and that is the reason, all because of this biological clock. Okay, so now back to the subject. So on a day-to-day basis, if there are kids in your house, you could have noticed that the kids wake up early in the morning, 3 to 5, and there is a wheezing, there is a lot of cough, there is a breathing disturbance. The reason being that it's not the body is trying to go against you, but internally the body is trying to clean the lungs. So give the lungs supplement with a lot of chi, lot of energy force, try to clean that particular area. Going back to our original example, assume that somebody is cleaning your kitchen for you. Do you think that you can do the cooking work at that time? But if somebody was cleaning for you the bathroom, you can easily do your kitchen activities. But somebody is cleaning the kitchen, all you can do is simply move out of that room for the 2 hours and allow the person to clean and then give it back to you after 2 hours. So exactly, so this is what happens here. The lung is getting cleaned, so giving any medicine at that time, trying to reduce the implications is a short-term win. But the long-term win is allowing the organ to be clean. You understand now it is going to take 2 hours to clean that particular organ. There could be a lot of disturbances, there could be breathing problem, there could be a lot of running nose, there could be a lot of cough, sneeze, so many things could happen. And all you need to understand, this is all for your good. Somebody is cleaning that particular room. You can definitely see that there could be some disturbances. So do not panic and allow the original natural phenomena to happen. Okay. So this is something which I want to educate everybody. So not to be panic, not to give immediately medicines, but rather try to do a gentle massage or understand it's helping you. You can just leave it free. But if it is an emergency, please do go ahead with whatever that you have been following so far. But the instructions or the inputs the biological clock is giving to us is, don't worry, that is somebody who is cleaning for your goodness. So, so this is how the lung meridian gets its fullest energy. And 3 to 5 months, that 5 is then you'll see your kids are sleeping. You believe that they are sleeping because of the medicines, but they are already sleeping because now the flow of energy is towards the large intestine channel. Okay, so this is how slowly it keeps moving. So we'll go to an example of I reached my office around 10:30 and I started working. I met my boss. He got angry. I got angry. So many things. I started shouting my subordinates. It's all because the heart meridian is getting its fullest energy. Okay, so what we can do in this case, how Guasa can be helpful to us is, you can go into your heart meridian. There is a diagram I can show that for you. This is how the meridians flow. This is the path of the meridian. Don't worry, there is no heart here, but this is a heart meridian, believe me. So the heart meridian gets the energy through this channel. So all you have to do is you notice that there is a problem. Okay, I get angry this time. I get a lot of sweat. My armpits are fully wet. I get a lot of sweat in this HT1 area. So it means that the heart meridian is having a problem and you might need to go and assist it. So what you can do is, you don't need to do it immediately in the office, remove your shirt and then do guasa there. All you can do is you can come back home in the evening, take your guasa bowl, do a guasa massage on this route that's shown here. All you can do is take your guasa bowl, do gentle massage, do scrapping on this area all the way from HT1 to HT2 to HT3 to HT4 in gentle strokes. So there are certain videos in this playlist. Please feel free to go back to that video how do you want to do guasa on a particular place. So what I'm asking you to do is follow this route, do the guasa on this area and try to eliminate the congestion in that area. You will see a lot of congestions in HT2, HT3 or HT3.25 here, somewhere here. These are, you are prone to have a lot of congestion in this area. So based on your experience, you easily understand where could be the frequent congestion. Sometimes the congestion could be in HT7, sometimes it could be in HT8. I go to a death, attend my family member's death ceremony, then I feel that I have a congestion HT8. I have an emotional problem. I try to remove the congestion HT8. So there could be different instances in your life which could bring in congestion to certain points in your meridians. So by experience, we'll get into those. But for now, what you can do is simply do guasa on the route from top to bottom. Top to bottom meaning the energy starts from HT1 all the ways to HT9. So you do your guasa on this direction and gradually you will see your body performance has improved. It will be the same boss, the irritation could be less, or you will not go against your body. So many things will psychology also will change for you once you do guasa and try to eliminate the congestion because there is a fundamental problem in energy flows which will change the psychological behavior of a certain person. So a lot of psychological changes can happen. A lot of health benefits could happen. It depends from person to person, congestion to congestion. But it is all good news. There is no side effects from Guasa. All it tries to do is help you out in coming over your health problems, rejuvenating the organs, and making sure that you have a peaceful life. And also your psychological aspects will drastically change. So these are some of the benefits of guasa. Now go back to the other use case. My son comes from school. He has a lot of urinary problems. A lot of urination happens in the period of 3 to 5. Reason being that energy supplied is predominantly to the urinary bladder. So what you can do, this is the meridian flow, how the urinary bladder gets energy. So try doing guasa on your back. So this is the red color lines you see. Maybe if I want to zoom in, probably I can show you how a urinary bladder will look like in a bigger scale. Yes. So try to do guasa on this area, top to bottom, and it's bilateral, meaning that the same meridians flow on the other side, on the left side, on the right side, both the sides, the same meridian flows. So do guasa on both the sides, and this will help the urinary bladder to strengthen so that it has a capacity to withstand more ml of urine. You don't need to frequently go and urinate. You have now capacity. Earlier you have the capacity to hold 200 ml of urine. Now you have a capacity to hold 300 ml of urine. So your visits to your bathroom will significantly reduce. So all we are trying to do is help the urinary bladder, ensure it is having its fullest energy. I have a lot of urinary infection. What should I do? It's all the same thing. Just do the same protocol from top to bottom. We are trying to do is strengthen the urinary bladder so that the urinary bladder it performs its regular duty of throwing out all the waste from the body outside. We are not doing anything inside, anything rocket science. All we are trying to do is remove the congestion. Suppose there is a congestion in the energy flow here, somewhere in BL44, somewhere in BL10. All we are trying to do is remove the congestion, use your guasabo, do top to down strokes. The videos are already there in the playlist. So do your guasa strokes top to down. Try to remove all the congestion. And once you remove all this congestion, the energy starts flowing. Obviously, your urinary bladder gets strengthened. It performs its regular duty of throwing all the waste from inner to out. So you are not doing anything special. All you are trying to do is give way for the meridians to flow through this channel, and it will take care of the rest. All you do is try to remove the congestion, and once you remove the congestion, the urinary bladder will take care of the remaining. So it strengthens, it holds a lot of urine inside. You don't need to frequently urine. It removes all the congestions, the infections. I have urinary infections. It takes care of everything. You don't need to worry. All you need to do is remove the congestion in the urinary bladder area. Okay, and if suppose you are interested in the next level, what I can tell you is the energy flow, say for instance, evening 3 to 5 is when the urinary bladder gets predominant of its energy. And the other part is the other side of the game, you have the lung meridian, the 3 to 5 in the morning. So that is when the least energy is supplied. So the problem could be either on the lung channel or it could be on the urinary bladder channel. So what you can do is you can do guasa on the urinary channel. You can also do guasa on the lung channels. I can zoom in for you on the lung channel. It's all the same diagram. The diagram is little small here. That's why I'm going there to show a zoomed in version. So it's on the hand. I said the meridian that's flowing here, the blue lines. I'm just going to zoom that and show it for you. It's on the same hand. It's on both the hands, right? The left and the right. So there is no question. Whatever I'm showing here holds good for the other hand as well. So all you have to do is do guasa all the way from LU1, LU2, LU3, LU4. Just follow this direction all the way till LU11. Okay. The moment you do the guasa on this channel, you try to eliminate the congestion, which means the organ internally is getting rejuvenated. It takes care of the normal activity, what it's supposed to do, and you get rid of your problems. The problem could be different, but the solution is all the same. I'm urinating frequently from 3 to 5. I do Guasa on the urinary bladder channel. I do Guasa on the lung channel. That's it. Any problems which you think happens in this period is all solved by the simple protocol. You don't need to worry about the problems. All you need to do is diagnose the problem and take appropriate action. Okay, there are only 12 meridians where you can do Guasa, and based on this cycle, suppose you have a congestion, or suppose you have a breathing problem, or you think you are not having a good bowel movement, then and sorry, you don't have a proper bowel movement, or you have psychological problem always in a particular time frame, 11 to 1 o'clock, or you are not getting appropriate sleep in the late nights. I go to bed at 11 o'clock, but I can sleep only at 1 o'clock. Reason being that your gallbladder is having some problem. It could be, I'm not saying it's having a problem, but it could be one of the reasons. There are humpty number of reasons. It could be one of the reasons your gallbladder might take some time to clean. So what you can do from your side is to help your gallbladder meridians. This is a meridian. I'm just showing it here for you in the red lines. So try to do guasa on these red color lines. Follow the path. Do guasa. See if there is a congestion there. And the moment you start doing guasa there, you try to ensure the energy flows in this path without any congestion. So the gallbladder heals quicker, and you get into sleep little earlier. Now, earlier, if you're sleeping at 1 o'clock, now you can start to sleep at 12 o'clock. And you continue the same protocols, then you get into sleep by 11 o'clock. So these are some of the aspects where Guasa can help you out significantly. And I've tried this for multiple years, I recommended this to multiple patients, and they've got brilliant results. And one good thing is if you diagnose a wrong meridian, you're trying to diagnose for a different problem, but you ended up in diagnosing a different meridian, you are doing it in the wrong place, nothing is going to go on the wrong side. There is no side effects. All you're trying to clean up is the wrong meridian, but there is nothing that is going to be on the downside. You don't lose anything. All you're trying to do is removing the congestion for some other meridian which is not required, but at least that meridian will start working better. You will not have any problems related to that in future. So there is no side effects unless otherwise you are doing it wrong against the protocols. Simply follow the protocols. The protocols are all simple. It's a 10-minute protocol. You can go through the videos in the playlist, understand them, and apply this knowledge, identify the meridians, and the correct usage will help you, or one person in a family with Guasa knowledge can ensure every member in the family is always on a perfect health. When you say the perfect health, also the psychological benefits, there is not much of a conflict in the house, there is not a lot of angry word exchange, there is peace in the house, it goes in perfect harmony. So there are a lot of psychological benefits where every family member can work only on their goals, and they spend majority of their time on their goals because the friction part is all removed. The health quotient is removed. Say, for instance, your son goes to school regularly without any urinary infection. So that means he's going to focus more on his studies rather than going to hospitals, going to treatments, going keeping a stand, taking time, go for multiple visits, take a scan, take a blood report. Lots and lots of energy, lots and lots of time, lots and lots of money is all spent, but this simple information for one person in a family, having this knowledge, having access to Guasa, access to this knowledge can definitely help the family member to go and work towards its goal rather than spending time on other items. So I hope this will be useful for you. But if you have any questions, you can probably comment. I'll try to make another video if there are a lot of questions. But to give you a glimpse before we close the video, what we have covered is there are two parts. One part, if I have a pain on a particular area, I can do Guasa on that particular area, follow the protocols, do the Guasa there. But if there is a discrete problem where I cannot explain how the problem is, probably what you can do is try to see what is the time. Next time we have a running nose, or running nose is common across the day. Next time you have a breathing problem, always happening at a particular time. I once I get up in the morning, I have a backache. I have this backache for 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, it comes normal. Once I give a lot of movements. So these are some of the common problems which anybody could have on a particular time, on a day, every day. So in that case, you can come back to this chart. You can see where could be the congestion. So always I get up around 5 to 7 and have a problem on my backache. Okay, so what you can do is you choose the large intestine channel because that is when the energy flows predominantly in the body at that particular time. So you identify it's a large intestine, not necessary that you have to take your board, do this immediately, but all you need to do at that time is just identify that this is a large intestine which could have a problem. Maybe whenever you are comfortable, you finish all your daily routines, maybe in the evening or 2 days later, what you can do is see what is large intestine, go to this channel, identify, zoom that. Okay, this is where the large intestine meridian travels. Do take your Guasa board and do Guasa on all this path. Follow this path from LI 18, 17, 16 because we follow top down. So from top to down, we go apply our Guasa protocols and do Guasa slowly, do gentle strokes 10 times and see if there are congestions that you can eliminate. And once you do that, your problem changes or the pattern changes. Once you get up, you don't get your back pain for 20 minutes, it's now for only 5 to 10 minutes. And then that means you're going in the right direction. Keep continuing following the same protocols, and you will totally eliminate your back pain. Okay. So, hope this video was very helpful for you. We'll see you in another useful video on a different time. Thank you so much. Keep watching this video. Please share this video if you believe that this will be helpful for somebody, and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Thank you. Bye bye.